Hello everyone, welcome to the online lab sessions of the Heat Transfer and Fluid Mechanics Lab. So this is Nandakumar MB from the Department of Automobile Engineering, Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering. Today we'll be discussing the procedure for finding out the coefficient of discharge of a venturi meter. This is experiment number 11 as per our syllabus. So today we will try to conduct the experiment on this. This is the experimental setup for the venturi meter. So this is the pipe which comes from the overhead tank. The overhead tank is at some height, so it has got a constant hit, and the water comes to this, and the water gets stored in this. It has got a constant hit. And here there are three pipes: 1-inch pipe, 2-inch pipe, and a 3-inch pipe. And the water can move from this side to this side depending upon the number of revolutions that we give to each of these valves. So more and more I open the valve, more and more will be the flow. So what you see in between is a venturi. We call this as a venturi meter. Meter means to measure. So we are trying to measure it through a venturi. So what is a venturi? Venturi has got a convergent section, a divergent section. It has got a throat in between. We know from the concepts that the water cannot accumulate in the pipes. The water has got the same flow across each section, and therefore the velocity of the water would be definitely high at sections where the area for the flow is reduced. So therefore we would definitely expect a low pressure here, and that low pressure would be sensed by this manometer. This is a U-tube manometer which is filled with water, and at the bottom there is mercury. So any difference in the pressure between the throat and the suction side is actually shown as the difference in the head of the head of the mercury, and the head of the mercury can be seen. So sometimes the mercury level may not be the same, so you'll have to initially open these two valves so that all the bubbles in the pipe go out, so that the head of the differential head due to this velocity is directly shown in this. So you can see the mercury here. Right now the mercury is at the same height, and once we actually switch on, once we make the water to flow through the pipes, so then there will be difference in the mercury level. The difference in the mercury level is finally converted into head of water, and that is used to find out the flow through the venturi meter. So now we will start conducting the experiment. So these are the dimensions of the measuring tank. The measuring tank is used to find out the actual discharge, and we can also find the theoretical discharge through the venturi meter formula. So the ratio of the venturi meter flow to the actual flow will give you the coefficient of discharge. So here you can see the length of the measuring tank is given as 100 centimeter, which is 1 meter. So 1 meter is this, and then the breadth of the measuring tank is given as 0.5 meter. The 0.5 meter is this, and here, as we open the water flow valve, then the water starts rising, and we will take the amount of time required to rise this by 5 centimeter or 10 centimeter. So we get the volume of water collected in some time, and therefore we will be able to calculate the flow rate. So the flow rate is used to find out the Q actual. So in this way, we'll be able to find out the CD. Let us also see the other measurements. So D1, diameter of the pipes. So there are three diameters of the pipe: 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. And similarly, we can find out A1, A2, A3. K1 and A2, which are the diameters at the throat and the inlet of the throat. That is the before it converges. So the coefficient of discharge will generally vary between 0.92 to 0.98, and the specific gravity of the mercury is 13.6, and the formula for Q theoretical is given by the product of A1 into A2 into 2GH, where H is the head of water raised to the power of 0.5 divided by A1 square minus A2 square raised to the power of 0.5. So now the answer that you get it is in meter cube per second. This is Q theoretical. So what you require is the head of water, which is actually converted from the mercury difference level in the manometer, And then this is found, I mean, we get the value of A1 and A2 through the dimensions which are given here. So 1 inch pipe diameter will have a throat of how much? So suppose if the pipe is 1 inch, the throat is reduced by 0.4 times. So okay, it will be 60% of the diameter of this. So you'll have to multiply it by 0.6 to get the throat diameter. In this way, okay, all the values of A1, A2 are known and H is known. So therefore you can find out the Q theoretical. And then Q actual can be found out by L into B into H, where L into B into H gives the length and breadth of the tank and the height of the rise of the water, and divide by time you will get the Q actual, that's the flow rate. So Q actual by Q experimental divided by Q actual will give you a coefficient of discharge of the Venturi meter. So now we'll start to do the experiment now. Now there is no flow. Since there is no flow, there is no velocity difference, so there is no difference in the mercury level. Now once I open this, these pipes are connected to the, now this 3-inch pipe tubes are connected to the manometer, so I can do it for, because we are using a single manometer tube for all these three. So if you want to do it for 2 inch, then you'll have to remove this and plug it in here. Okay, so now what I do is I open this by